Bushnell. Performance is the only thing. Savage Arms. Better comes standard. Federal Premium Ammunition. Surgical precision. Terminal results.
Hi folks, welcome to this week's episode of Bushnell's Trigger Effect. This week, Kent, we're going to be doing a New Zealand version of a Canadian coyote hunt, aren't we?
That's right. We're here in the South Island. We're going to be hunting wallabies on a ranch. And apparently the wallabies here in the South Island are a real pest species. I mean, they've got a real problem with them. So we're going to help out the ranchers and the farmers and take care of some of these critters.
That sounds like a fun time to me.
Yeah, you're not going to want to miss this, so stick with us.
The laws in New Zealand are a lot different than North America. Firstly, the use of suppressors for hunting is legal. Secondly, we are hunting on a private ranch conducting pest management that allows you to shoot from a motorized vehicle. It is important you familiarize yourself in regulations when you travel to other countries, and don't just assume the way you hunt at home is status quo. Well, I mean, we literally have been out for 5 minutes. We've seen 2 wallaby already, and I just snapped one at the top of the hill. So, Dean 1, wallaby 0. Wallaby have been present in New Zealand for over 140 years, originally introduced for their fur. However, presently, even though we are conducting pest management, the wallaby meat is also used as a main ingredient in dog and cat food due to its high amount of omega-3 fatty acids. Well, here you go. New Zealand South Island wallaby. I'm going to hold it, but I'm putting it down now because it is heavier than it looks. It's a male, nice big male. And these things are everywhere. Like I said, we've been out for 5 minutes. We've already seen 2, but we need to take out a lot more to bring the population down. So I'm going to quit talking. Kent's going to be on the gun next. Let's go shooting.
Well, Dean just got himself a really nice big male wallaby. Like you said, we've only been out about 5 minutes. Going up a really nice tree gorge here, and already saw a few, so we can probably get out, see if we can't get some eyes on another one and put these guns to work. Well, this gun's on. I mean, that's pretty cool. Helping to control these introduced species. Yeah, it's pretty neat. That's my first wallaby here, and with Al, I should say. Oh, they're pointing at me. There's another one right down here. Oh, I see it. I could do this all day. This is a lot of fun. I mean, we're not going to waste any of these. They're going to be used for dog food. And probably a couple of these hides are going to end up back home in Canada with us. I mean, this is a lot of fun. It's a great way to hone your shooting skills, that's for sure.
Well, okay, we are 6 minutes now from camp, and Ken just took 2 more wallabies. So we're up to 3, and it's just absolutely incredible. It's a lot of fun, and well, we're going up the road to find more now. crazy. I mean, literally, we were about a kilometer from where we last shot, and Al just taps on the roof. Another wallaby down. He looks like a good size one. I'm gonna go over and grab this one. Holy, I really underestimated how big these animals are. I mean, they don't look big, but they're dense, a really dense, heavy animal. But, and they are fighters, as cute as they look. This one here has got fighting scars all on his back. And if you look at their rear feet, they have a wicked, wicked set of nails on them.
I'm back in the gunner seat here. Dean got himself a really nice wallaby there, or wobbly. And we've seen a bunch more off in the distance, but Stu says we'll come back and get those ones on the way back. We're gonna head down into the valley here. It's really overgrown, but apparently they like the country that hasn't been grazed off a lot, so they're a little bit tough to see in that thicker stuff, but we're getting them.
This segment is brought to you by Safari Club International Canada. First for hunters.
Yeah, let's go grab that one. That's a good one. I think I got that one straight in the Adam's apple. Yeah, tip that one over. Good spot in there, guys. We were just heading up the track here, and tap came on the roof just over the bank here. So another one down here on the South Island. This is a lot of fun. Let's go get that guy. That's crazy. This isn't cattle, this is a wallaby run. This is how much impact they have on their environment here. It's unbelievable. There you go. There's looks like a female wallaby. I mean, they're beautiful fur on these things. Use them for dog food. I mean, we'll gather all these up from tonight and get them all taken care of. It was a lot of fun. Thanks, Stu. Well, Stu just pointed out to us that this is a prime example of a wallaby run. They get in this thick, thorny vegetation and they can hide like crazy. Look at that. I'm not crawling through there.
Well, Kent and I've done the gun swap again. I'm not sure I can follow up with as good of a shot as Kent just did on that wallaby, but I'll try my darndest. I'll take the one to the left, Kent.
Okay, now take that one up to the right.
So we're in a sugar beet field, and we top up over the edge, and Stu and Al go, there's two. So I think I went 2 for 2 there. I couldn't tell on the last one, I lost sight of it, but God, incredible. I just can't believe the amount of wallaby. I haven't had this much fun as a kid with my BB gun. Well, there you go. My first New Zealand double header for Wallaby. These things are so heavy. I'm a little bit lopsided. Anyways, what a good time. Anyways, we're gonna keep going on here. We're losing light, so hopefully we can get a few more before dark. And I gotta put them down. I'm not kidding you. 150 yards in front of us. There's like another 5 or 6 out. I'm sorry, but this is a lot of fun. I just can't believe the amount of wallabies. I know you're going to hear Kent and I saying that, but like for every one that we're shooting, we're seeing 4 or 5 others. They're just absolutely everywhere. But we're getting close to the end of filming light. I know we've already had a fantastic evening, but let's go have a look at this one really quick.
Taxidermy services provided by Hunters Union and Ray Wiens Taxidermy. And thanks to these other fine sponsors.
Look at how big it is. Absolutely incredible.
Well, that's it. We have lost filming light for tonight. There's plenty of wallabies here, so we'll be back out tomorrow morning and do a little bit more shooting. This is a lot of fun. What Dean and I didn't know is that hunting wallabies in New Zealand is legal during nighttime hours. So on our drive back to the ranch house, well, let's just say we thinned the population some more. I'm good.
Well, Kent, here we are, second morning going after wallaby, and we're going to do a little bit of a different style hunt this morning.
Yeah, we're going to be on foot. We're going to walk around where they've been out feeding all night long, try and catch them before they get back into that thick cover where they're going to rest all day. And then later on, once the sun gets a little bit warmer, some of these wallabies might come out and sun themselves. So we've got a couple different styles we're going to be hitting today, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
No, for sure. And I mean, you know, one thing we should probably point out that wallaby are a nocturnal species. So, yeah. I mean, that does mean that they come out towards last light, they feed through the night, and then, you know, a little bit of morning activity, and hopefully we'll capitalize on that this morning. So yeah, let's head out and go get some more wallabies. They're not even going to give us a chance to get warmed up this morning. Literally, Kent and I did the morning talk, and before we could even do anything, Al goes, "There's one right there." I mean, unreal. And even driving in here this morning, we probably saw at least 30 to 40 wallaby just crossing the roads in the ditches. It's neat, but that's one down already, and the vehicle's right behind the cameras.
Well, Dean made a nice shot first thing in the morning when we got here. There was a pretty good sized wallaby just across the canyon. We're just going to start our little walk. It's gotten light enough now that we can see what we're doing, so we're going to be heading out.
Well, Kent, we're taking a little bit of a break here from wallaby shooting, and you know, the one thing it really reminds me a lot of is kind of the same reason that it's important for hunters to hunt overpopulations of coyotes in Canada.
Yeah, you know, these wallaby really do a lot of destruction on the land. I mean, they eat tons. They are an overpopulated introduced species, no doubt.
Well, and the one thing we even learned last night, just sitting around talking to Stu's family, is the vehicle collisions. Like, they're a solid animal, and you know, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 damage to vehicles. But I think that sounds like a great topic for Conservation Connection.
Sure does. 5 species of wallaby have been present in New Zealand for over 140 years. They were brought in and introduced originally for the sport hunting trade and leather.
One of the main challenges of invasive species, whether introduced or not, is the ability to control their rapidly increasing population.
Since the initial release of wallaby, their population and distribution has increased steadily. They also cause major damage to seedlings and plantation, they compete with livestock for pasture, and they also do an incredible amount of browsing on indigenous vegetation.
Management and control of wallaby is expensive, and a recent report identified costs of control of wallaby in parts of New Zealand could triple in the next decade.
The New Zealand government's pest management plan targets to keep the wallaby at an incredibly low population and within designated areas. For populations that get outside of those designated areas, the idea is to eliminate those populations to prevent further spread in New Zealand's critical habitats.
As with any control programs, the most effective method is always prevention, followed by hotspot eradication. Hunting can help to contain the species, but it usually isn't enough to have meaningful population impacts. Ultimately, failure to contain these overabundant populations will cause significant damages to indigenous species and sensitive ecosystems.
This segment is brought to you by King's Camo. See the difference. Now, back to Bushnell's Trigger Effect.
Well, we're moving down off a ridge. We've seen about 5 wallaby up along the tree line of the forest. They're coming out into this pasture and feeding, so we're just moving to another ridge, gonna get a little closer, see if we can't get some shots.
Well, that's pretty good shooting, but that was some long range shooting. Got a couple of them down by the fence line there. As soon as you start shooting, there's just wallaby running everywhere. It's unbelievable here. So we'll go to another spot, put Dean behind the gun, I'll be behind the camera, see if he can't smack some down.
So what we've done now is we've actually just moved a little bit over from where Kent just shot, and literally no more than 100-150 yards down to the right of where Kent just took out a whole bunch of wallaby. There's a whole bunch more there, so I'm going to try getting set up and see if I can take a few down too as well. Why these wallaby can disappear when you look at how thick the actual low brush is, it's incredible. I mean, they take 2 hops and they're gone.
Right, okay, where that one's shaking, there's another one about 5 metres to the right, just sticking its head up in the bushes.
Good shot. There's another one right behind him, up against the trees.
It's not hard finding them, but in this country with all of the matagari and the prickle bushes and the ups and downs, it's tough getting a steady rest to shoot them out there, but we got her done. That was a lot of fun.
That was some pretty good shooting there, buddy.
Oh, that was a lot of fun. I mean, we topped that hill and it was like a wallaby shooting gallery. They were everywhere.
Yeah, they were crawling all over the place. We got some really nice, good size ones here too. Lots of adults. I mean, it's funny when you come to a new place like New Zealand, what they consider a pest. I mean, a lot of people see these animals in a zoo, but here they are truly out of control.
No, and I mean, you're right, Kent. Like, just to give people an idea, even after the barrage of shooting and Kent and I got these ones down, as we were retrieving, we saw another one behind us. Just down below, we saw 2 more.
You can hear them in the forest.
Yeah, it's incredible the numbers they have, and you know, it was a real pleasure for us, especially as biologists, to be able to you know, do a little bit of pest management New Zealand style.
This was a lot of fun, wasn't it, Dean?
It really was, Kent. I mean, you know, a lot of the hunts we go on, we're dealing with adverse weather, you know, it's tough hiking and everything like that, but this was really, it was like being a kid again.
You bet. I mean, Al from New Zealand Backcountry Guide Service brought us to his good friend Stu Verrill's farm, and he's got a beautiful cattle operation here with a slight wallaby problem.
I think slight is the smallest statement you've made this season. I mean, there was wallaby everywhere here.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to help him take care of a problem. And we want to thank Al and Stu for letting us do that. But we also want to thank you, the viewers, for watching, especially our sponsors that make this happen. And we want you to join us next week for more Bushnell's Trigger Effect.
This has been a Thunder Boys production.